Betrayal. It's not just a word, it's a wound. Most of us at some point face it in a relationship. Sometimes it's obvious, other times it's so subtle it takes years to name. It seeps in so quietly, and by the time we recognize it, the damage may already be done. Tonight, I want to talk about betrayal, not in theory, but as a real lived experience. Because betrayal isn't only about affairs, it's about broken promises, disrespect, inequity, and those quiet moments where we realize, I thought you were with me, but you weren't. Imagine this. You're in what feels like a stable relationship, right? You laugh together, make plans, and even share dreams together. On the surface, everything looks fine. But then small cracks appear. Your partner starts staying late at work or shares intimate details with a friend instead of you. Maybe they roll their eyes when you talk or dismiss your feelings as overreacting. Many of us know the sinking feeling when someone we trusted doesn't show up the way we expect. It might be small at first, but in time, it adds up. The missed promises, the little white lies, the sense of being alone even when you're together. That's betrayal too. At first, you may brush it off. Oh, we're just stressed. Just a phase, right? You tell yourself stories to make the discomfort feel better. This is where betrayal often begins. Not with a dramatic act, but with a series of small, quiet breaks in trust. And the most confusing part, you may not even see it clearly because your heart doesn't want to. This is what psychologists and behaviorists call betrayal blindness. It's the way our minds sometimes refuse to fully acknowledge a betrayal because the truth feels too threatening. If we admit our partner is lying, if we admit we're being disrespected, then what does that mean for our future, for our family, for our sense of self? Betrayal blindness isn't limited to adultery. It shows up in inequities when one partner gives and the other takes and takes and takes. It shows up when someone keeps secrets or when one person checks out emotionally while the other is still left carrying the weight. But here's the thing. An act of betrayal creates a constellation of negative thoughts, feelings, and behaviors in both people, the one who betrays and the one who's being betrayed. Pretending it isn't happening doesn't make the fallout go away. It just deepens the wound. So why does betrayal hurt so much? Because it doesn't just break trust in the other person. It makes us question ourselves. How could I not have seen this? Why didn't I leave earlier? Can I ever trust again? The inner conflict is brutal. It mixes anger with shame and sadness with confusion. Anyone who's been through it knows betrayal doesn't just end a relationship. It can shake your faith in love itself. And that's why Gottman calls it the silent destroyer. It erodes connection long before the final break. For others, the choice is to stay in connection, especially if there's children involved, but with eyes wide open. And that comes with the sobering reality. If it happened once, it may happen again. Some people choose to set stricter boundaries or avoid certain situations to lessen the chance or severity of future harm. Neither path is easy. Both require courage, the courage to face the truth and to protect your well-being. Betrayal can feel like the end of the story, but often it's the beginning of a new story. The deepest betrayal would be to stop believing in your own worth, to let someone else's action define how much love you deserve. If you're walking through betrayal, know that healing is possible. You can rebuild trust, not always with the person who hurt you, but always with yourself. And that is where freedom begins. Thank you for sharing this space with me. If this touched you, I'd love to hear your story in the comments. I read every one. Because sometimes speaking betrayal out loud is the first step towards reclaiming your strength.